standing nice and tall. So bring the shoulders back and down. Just move back a little bit further. We're going to start with a standing roll down, just getting some mobility through our spine and all through the back of our body. So just I want you to stack your hips on top of your ankles and your knees and draw the belly in. Bring that pubic bone up towards the belly button and squeeze into the glutes slightly and draw the rib cage in. Lift the chest and bring the shoulders down and bring your crown nice and tall to the ceiling as you then take the arms to the side of the body. Taking the breath in. As you exhale, just start to unfold like you're bringing your spine off an imaginary wall behind you, just one vertebra at a time. Bring your crown down towards the floor. Hold it at the bottom and take a breath in. And then exhale as you scoop from the belly and start to stack your spine back up one vertebra at a time. Head coming up last. And take a breath in at the top. Exhale as you tuck chin, scoop belly and begin to peel off your imaginary wall just behind you. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Hold it at the bottom for a breath in. Exhale as you scoop that belly and fold back up. Take a breath in at the top. I'll just turn side on. Exhale as you tuck the chin, scoop the belly and fold forward. Breathe in at the bottom as you hold. Exhale, push the floor away with the whole of the soles of your feet as you scoot back up. We're going to do 2 more like that. So eyes straight ahead, take a breath in. Exhale, keep those shoulders relaxed. Keep the arms just hanging, growing tall through the crown to the floor. And breathe in at the bottom. Exhale, push the floor away through the feet, rounding up one vertebra at a time to the top. And our last one, we're going to take a breath in. As you exhale then and scoop that belly coming forward. Take a breath in at the bottom. And exhale, scoop belly and bring it back up to the top. Okay, so we're just going to hold it there. Should be feeling, I'm just going to turn this off. Should be feeling a little bit more mobile through your body already. So we're keeping those feet hip width distance apart. We're just going to stand with our hands just placed on the hips. Just want you to bring one foot out to the front as you then regain your center here. So engage through the core, ribs are in, shoulders are back and down, crown is tall. Just going to take the weight onto your standing leg without falling over into it. And then we're just going to draw this kneecap up towards the ceiling, and then we're just going to tap that foot down lightly to the floor. So lift and then lower, just getting some mobility through our hips here and finding some strength in that standing leg and balance through the body. So utilize that core to keep you nice and still. So inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Good, you can just hover a little bit off the floor if you like, or you can tap it down lightly every time. Doesn't matter how high you come, just draw that kneecap up towards the ceiling so you get that work happening through this section here and that activation right up into those lower abdominals as well. We're going to add a little turn out in the hips, so we hold it and open, close and tap back down again. So you should be starting to feel that standing leg really working, yeah? Lift, open, feel that hip opening. If you've been doing a lot of sitting, you'll really feel the benefit of this. We've got 2 more like that. So keep nice and tall. Keep those ribs in. And 1 more. I love standing balance work. And back down. Now we're just going to bring that foot back. We're going to bend into the standing leg. Just going to tip your body weight forward a little bit. Just plant that foot down, just onto the toes behind you. And get a nice long body. I'll turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing from this angle. So we're just tapping those toes down to the floor, drawing the belly in, making a nice long body. Okay, long crown as we just lift that back leg and then lower, either to a tap or a hover. Lift and then lower. So remember that standing leg is bent, and lift and lower. So you're squeezing through your glutes here, getting that work out there. Now, if you feel like you can, I want you to reach the arms out, lengthen that body. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and bring that foot back down to the floor, and just back to hip width apart. Nice work. Okay, so let's take it to the other side now. So back to centering your body, bring the shoulders back and down, chest up, ribs in, engage core. Bring that other foot out in front, point the toes. Just going to draw the kneecap to the ceiling, and then lower. Kneecap up, and lower. So breathe it in as you lift. Exhale, tap or hover. Inhale, lift, and tap. Inhale. Good. Just be mindful of what's happening in your body and where you're feeling it. Both sides of our body are we usually feel things very differently because we're usually more dominant on one side. Maybe a bit more flexible on one side. I'm going to add that turn out in the hips now. Lift, open, close, and tap back down. Lift, open, close, and down. Lift, and open, close, and lower. Lift. You can see I'm keeping this hip facing forward. I'm not turning the whole body. That's it. So you want to keep that core strong for 3 more times here. If you need to put a chair beside you or for balance, you can do that. Hold on to something. But try, if you do that, make sure that you just hover your hand above. Okay, so we're just going to hold it there. Bend into that standing leg. Reach it out behind you. Just find that floor and tap. Okay, bending into that standing leg. Draw the belly in, make that body nice and long as we lift and lower. So squeeze into that glute, squeeze into your bottom muscle there. Okay, lengthen through the spine, so you're not trying to look up. You've got that chin tucked a little bit. And remember, you can reach those arms out in front as well, if that works for you. If that doesn't work for you and it makes you all out of alignment, just keep those hands to the hips. We've got 3 more here. 3, really feel that glute activation now. 2, and 1. Bring it down, sliding it back. Okay, so we're just going to come into a yogi squat now. So we're just stepping the feet out. All right, so they're in turn out, a little bit wider than the hips. Okay, and we're just going to start to bend the knees down, sliding the hands out along the thighs. And then we're just going to bring those hands into prayer position and just dropping down. So try and keep those feet flat on the floor, just coming to where you can. And just breathe. You can just gently rock side to side if that feels nice. I always like to rock side to side in this one. Feel those hips opening, which are always getting tight. And I've been running a bit lately, so they're getting tighter through those days. Just open, rocking, wherever you're at in this. And a few more breaths here. Try and keep that chest lifted in this one. And 1 more. Good. Take the hands to the floor and slowly bring it back up. Okay, walking the feet back into hip width. Just hold it there, and we're going to bend the knees. Hold on to the opposite elbows and just hang your head nice and heavily, crown to the floor. Draw the belly up to the ceiling. Let the upper body just hang. Take a breath in. And then exhale as you slowly ragdoll, fold all the way back up. Let the arms go long. Draw that belly in and bring it back and down. Okay, let's go to the floor and do some core work. Making sure I get into the frame here so you can see me. Okay. All right, so just going to lie down on your back. Hands down long beside the body. Draw the ribs in. So we've got a neutral spine. That just means that your spine isn't in a big arch and that you're not pressing completely flat down. Okay, so almost flat down and then just take it a little bit into that, what we call that neutral spine, where your pelvis is neutral. Okay, so take the hands beside the body. Walk those feet a little bit apart. All right, from here, just going to do some lifts with those feet. So we're just going to lift a little bit off the floor and lower. And if this is floating knee. Okay, it looks super easy. But if you're really engaging through the floor, and notice how there's zero movement as I switch sides. That's what you need to accomplish here. Work at accomplishing there. Okay, so keep that zero movement. Try not to let the hips, the ribs flare out. So lift a little. See, I'm not lifting very far. Maybe 5 centimetres off the floor. So this is about stabilising through your core without letting your body rock and roll. So if your body's doing that every time you lift and lifting, shifting side to side, that's what you want to eliminate. So keeping it still, just lift for 4 more and down. And 3. And 2. And 1. Good. Okay, so I want you to bring one leg to tabletop, brace that core, neutral spine, shoulders down, and then bring the other leg to tabletop. Okay, bring it back to neutral here. If you came out of neutral, tuck the chin and bring it through. Bring those fingertips behind your ears, and then we just tap and lift, tap and lift, tap and lift, and tap, and tap, and tap, and tap. And 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. And 1. Good. Bring it back down. Okay, we're just going to take the feet down. So this next one, we're just going to bring one leg up to tabletop. Just bring it in a little bit further. We're going to put our hands, and we're going to press into the knee and press that knee back into the hand. So you've got pressure out and pressure in. Okay, so just to apply equal pressure in that hand and in the knee. And then set your core, so you've got neutral spine. Okay, you can either keep your head down here or come into crunch. I'll keep my head down to start, and then I'll go into crunch. Okay, come up to the toe of that other foot, and as you're pushing and pulling, into this one, your other leg is just going to start to lift and lower. Should we start on the other side? It's just an impromptu video for you. I just thought I'd put it up on YouTube. If you wanted to just move your body with me today. And 4. Really feeling that, right? Okay, if you want to come up, draw those ribs down to the hips, shoulders down. There we go. I'll do a few more here. So you've still got that neutral spine. And 4. Push and pull here. You're pushing those hands in and you're pulling that knee back into the hands. Last one. And down. And bring it back. Impromptu, I didn't turn my phone off. Okay, so we're just going to bring that other leg up. Take the hands there. Good. You can start with your head and shoulders down, or you can lift. Okay, so brace the core. Push and pull into the knee. Push with the hands. Push back into the hands with that leg. Ooh, you get really deep into those core stabilizing muscles. And lift. So again, you want to make sure that body's not rocking around here. And 5. And 4. 3. 2. 1. And bring it all the way down. Just give those legs a bit of a hug now. You can just do a little bit of a roll around there. Okay, we're just going to come into some thigh stretch now. Okay, so crunching up, extending one leg out, pulling that other knee in towards your nose. Shoulders down, crunch up. Let's go. In and out. Breathe in and out. And in, out, in, out, and in, out. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, to a long leg thigh stretch. 1, 2 pulse. 1, 2 pulse. 1, 2 pulse. As you crunch up, make sure you don't hunch the shoulders. Crunching ribs to hips. Crown up to the ceiling. Crunch it through. For 8 and 7 and 6, 5 and 4. Pull that leg in. 3, 2 and 1. Good. Okay, toe tap. So fingertips behind the ears, and we start to crisscross. Shoulder towards knee. Shoulder to knee. And push. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Take those legs up. Okay, shoulders down, hands long beside the body. All right, so we're just going to point the toes and open it out wide, then flex the feet, close it back together. Point the toes and open, hold, flex feet, close, still bringing it into that nice core activation, and close. And point to open, exhale, and close. And 2, and close. And 1, and close. Okay, holding it here, open the legs, bring the arms up, just making a Charlie's Angel gun as we reach through. 1, 2, and then bring it back. Reach it over and reach. 1, 2, bringing it back. Inhale, exhale, inhale back, and just 2 more. And up. Okay, bring the hands back down, bending the knees. Just going to hold it here and open those knees out. Toes are a little bit higher than the knees. Again, you can stay down or you can come into crunch. Fingertips behind the ears. So you're just going to take one leg out to that diagonal angle and then tap the toes back in together. Other leg to the diagonal. Again, this is what you want to watch here. You're keeping the hips and the pelvis nice and stable and then not rocking side to side. And open, close, and open, and close. We're going to add a twist. Keep going without the twist if you choose. Otherwise, lift into the twist and back. Lift and twist and back. And in. And in. We've got 4 more. 4 and back. 3 and back. 2 and 1. Bring it back in. Holding it there. So we're just going to take feet into a frog position now. Okay, we're just going to have a small rest here. Take a breath in. Exhale as we crunch up. Press it out to frog and then back. Feet are flexed. Pull those toes back towards the kneecaps. Don't point the toes and curl them under. Bring those toes back towards the kneecaps. And press and squeeze like you're trying to get your inner thighs really squeezing tightly together on that extension. Push your heels right out. Push them right out. Draw that belly in. And breathe. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold, point the toes, little crisscrosses here for 10, 9, 8, 7, a bit lower if you can, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back in. And holding it there. Okay, let's roll it over onto the side now. And we're just going to, you can leave that bottom leg down, knee bent. Just going to do some oblique work here. Elbow under the shoulder, hand just straight out in front. Bring that hand to the hip. Engage through the core, that foot is down. And lifting it up. Okay, so we're just going to drop that hip and lift it up again. You can raise those fingertips to the ceiling, just directly above the shoulder there. Lift and lower. Now if you want, you can bring that other foot out long as well. Lift and lower. Crown is long. Make sure you're not letting that head drop. And you can thread the needle as well if you choose. Draw those hips up. As you thread the needle through, lift the hips and back down. Thread through and back. Thread through and back for 2 more, and thread through, and 1 more, and thread through, and back again. Bring it down, bring that foot up, taking the other foot around. Okay, move that hand just behind you and lift it up and push your hips forward as you bring it right over. And then back down. Okay, flipping it around to the other side. Coming back down onto that elbow, hand in front. You can bend that knee out. So take your choice here, lifting it up and lower. Lift, or you can bring it out. Bring that arm up, or you can keep the hand on the hip. Or if you need to, keep it down there for balance, you can do that as well. Lift, lift, and lift. Okay, optional, thread the needle. Lift, and up. Lift, push, and up. 2 more. And 1, and up, and bring it back down. Okay, do that stretch to this side. Just take those feet around to the side, hand behind you. Lift up and push the hips forward as you stretch it through, open the chest. Open the shoulder, open side body. Bring it back down. Okay, let's turn over to hands and knees. And just do a little bit of glute work, and then we'll just get into the back. Alright, so knees are bent, shoulders are down. Flex that front foot. Okay, and we're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift, it's a controlled move, so don't let that leg just swing out of control. And up. And up. We're going to pulse it up for 3 now. We've got 3, 2, 1, and down. 3, 2, 1, and down. 3, 2, 1, again, and 3, 2, 1. This time bring it in, scoop into the belly, arch through that back, bring it in, and then bring it back up. Lift, point the toes. Scoop into the belly, lift it up. Scoop for 3, lift, scoop, and lift, and hold it up and pulse, 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 pulse. Squeeze those glutes for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Bring it out to the side and extend, then in and down. Side, extend, in, lower. If you need to take this other arm down, that might make this a little bit more achievable, a bit more comfortable. And 3, and 2. Let's hold it out there to the side, hold it out, and lift, lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Knees come apart, feet together, sit back and have a little stretch there. And breathe, and then rolling it up, and let's do it to the other side. Alright, sitting up, square off that body. Alright, flex that foot and lift and lower. Make sure that you're not dropping the belly as you do this. You've got that core activation. Bring it back just knee to knee. Remember, it's controlled. You're not throwing it at all. Getting that nice glute work here. And up and down, lift, squeeze. That flat foot goes up to the ceiling like you're lifting a tray up to the ceiling on that flat foot. And lift. Let's pulse it up for 3s now. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. And 3, 2, 1. 1 more. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Point the toes. And we're going to crunch it in. And then lift it up. Crunch. Draw that belly in. And up. Crunch and curl. Tuck for 3. And up. And 2. And up. 1. And up. Good. Okay, we're going to bring it in, down here, out to the side, extend. You can drop that other side down to the forearm for this one. Good. So lifting up out of the hip of that supporting leg. Make sure you're not dropping down into that other side. Lift. Let's do 4 more here. 4, extend. If you feel better without the extension, just keep that knee bent. 2. Ready to hold it out there and lift. And up for 10, 9, 8. Make sure you keep the shoulders down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back, knees wide, toes together, arms reaching long. Sit bottom back down into the heels, ribs in between your thighs. Big breath in and out. For 1 more. Good, okay, and let's just come all the way down onto the tummy. Okay, so we're just going to point through the toes. Alright, actually we'll just take the hands beside your chest, shoulders down. So draw those shoulders down, eyes to the floor. I want you to squeeze your glutes. Push the front of your foot down into the floor. With a tiny bit of pressure, you're just going to lift the chest away. So it's more about lifting the chest in the way away than pushing down. It's not a push-up. So draw your elbows towards each other. Lift the chest just with a tiny bit of support from the hands. Let the glute activation really help you with this, because then that's going to get all of your back chain muscles really activated here. I know I'm looking sideways, but don't look sideways. Just look straight down to that mat once you know what you're doing. Every time you lift, I want you to draw the shoulders, the back of your shoulders, the shoulder blades back down deep into your hip pockets. I want you to push the front of the foot down into the floor and squeeze those butt muscles. Make sure you're not pushing too hard into the floor with the hands. I want you to lift rather than push. Let's do 3 more here. And 3, really strengthening through the back. Shoulder blades down into back pockets. And 2. And 1. And back down, holding it there, reach the hands in front. We'll finish off with some swims. Okay, so drawing the belly button up away from the floor, shoulders down, eyes down. Just squeeze through the glutes and lift the legs slightly off the floor. Good, bring the shoulders down, lift the chest up and raise the hands and just start swimming here. Nice quick panting breaths. Let's take those arms out to the side and maybe the legs as well, and then back in just for a little bit of variety. You don't have to do this, but just for a bit of variety if you can. And out, and back. 2 more, and back. 1 more, and back. Hold and lengthen arms and feet. Lengthen fingers and toes for 5. Lengthen, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. And holding it there. Nice breath. Good. Just pushing it back up now. And we'll sit back down into child's pose. Reaching the hands out in front. Bottom to heels. And breathe. Slowly folding it back up. Okay, let's just finish with a saw today. Taking the legs out wide. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. You can sit on a towel or a block if you've got one as well. I want you to try and get your spine long and straight for this one. Okay, so just going to point those toes and then come into flexion through the feet. Alright, nice and tall. So adjust that body, take your time, setting up, shoulders down. Remember to bend the knees if you need to. It's about getting that spine nice and long. Drawing through the belly, draw the ribs in, shoulders down, bring the arms to the side. Take a breath in to prepare. And then bring it over to the side. Bend that elbow, reach pinky to pinky. Reach it through. And then bring it back up to center, reach down to the side, breathe in. Breathe it out, reach through. Breathe it in as you come back to center and reach up. Good. And in. And out. And in. And out. And in. 4, and 2. And 1. And good. Just walking the hands out just to where you can, finding some nice length in the spine. Just walking the fingers out, feeling how much you've lengthened through the back of your body. Walk them around just to one side, hold it there. Through the center and to the other side, holding it there. Walking it back up, just very slowly, bringing those legs back in together. And up, and bending the knees. Thank you for joining me on this little impromptu isolation workout. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll do another one soon. Bye.